another juicy edition of Lyfebites. As you all know, my name is Amber. We're always here to motivate you, inspire you in every single way we can. Today, I've got a delectable and intellectual person with me on set. And he's the founder of Word Matrix. Oh my God, I'm so privileged having him on set with me today, interviewing him one-on-one. Yes, trust me. And also, Word Matrix is a Christian television broadcasting network. Today, he's going to be discussing with me about relationships, basically issues, challenges that people face in their relationships, especially in our 24th century. And his name is Joseph Ikhalia. You're welcome to Lyfebites. Thank you so much for honoring our invitation.
Thank you very much for having me. It's a pleasure. It's always a pleasure.
Oh, it's my pleasure too, having you on set. Thank you.
Yeah.
Okay, we go straight to the point. Also, he's a man that hits the nail. As in, when I mean go straight to the point, he's that kind of person. So we go straight to the point. In terms of relationships, in your own opinion, what do you think are the challenges that is faced by people, especially in our 24th century?
Yeah.
What's your opinion?
The first challenge I always talk about in relationships, in dealing with people, is first of all, you need to identify yourself. You know, that's the problem. We're having not relationship crisis, we're having identity crisis. A lot of people have not been able to relate with themselves because they don't know themselves and they are trying to relate with another person. You know, it's practically impossible if you look at it. So the first bottom line in life for you to succeed in relationship with other people is for you to understand yourself, know how to deal with yourself. You identify your main purpose in life. The moment you identify your purpose in life, and then you'll be able to know the kind of people
You want to mingle.
you need in your life. So that's the first challenge. If we can solve identity crisis, we can go back to the Creator, you know, God our Father who made us, and then find out what is our purpose on earth. If we don't find out that purpose, it will be difficult, you know. That's the basic problem.
So basically, finding your purpose is very paramount.
It's extremely important you know who you are.
Who you are.
Because if you don't know who you are, everybody will go with you. You know, you get along with anybody. You go into business deals with anybody. You go into a marriage contract or a covenant with anybody. You understand? You go into dates, you date anybody without understanding your core values, your core purpose, and finding out if the other person has, you know, some similarity. If there's a point where you can intersect with another person. Every human being, we all must have one intersection point in our lives. So there's a lot of mismatch and basically lack of purpose, identity crisis. That's the basic problem.
Don't forget that identity crisis is very paramount. Very. Also, okay, what can you say about how can you tell this person is the right person? Like, this person is right for me. How can I know? How can I determine that?
Yeah, sometimes I get a lot of questions, especially from, you know, very young people. I would say very young because we are still young, you know, and they say they want to meet the right person. They are looking for. Some people say they are looking for the right person, but when I go back to check, you know, back in the days of old, you know, God is our creator and He for connecting people together. You understand? So He knows His creation.
Yeah.
He knows your ability. You know, like in the Bible, He told Jeremiah, I know you before you were even formed. So He's the best matchmaker in the world to connect us with the right person. You know, when you give yourself the full job or the full responsibility of searching for the right person, you will make mistakes. Okay, we have our limitations. You understand? So if you can commit your relationship to God and say, okay, God, I'm going to leave this matchmaking for you. You know, because let's be honest, all the systems we've tried, you know, even some dating websites and all that a lot of people have tried, it's not working.
Yeah,
it's not working. You know, our wisdom, we cannot compare our wisdom with God's wisdom. You know, He made us, so He knows what is right for you. Our duty is to just, okay, let's commit to God. Let's put this in the hand of God. And then open your eyes. In the process, work on yourself. You understand? You don't say, okay, I'm going to look for the right person, because we're going to use different standards and measures that may not be right, you know, for us in our lives. So the best thing is to look at God and say, God, connect me with the right person.
Okay, basically, from what you just said, you were kind of like directing to believers, to Christians.
Okay.
What do you have to say to those who are not, as in just general people?
Okay, if we want to use common sense, for people who are not believers per se, if you meet the right person is always ready to give.
To give?
Yeah. The fundamental principle of successful relationship is giving. You go into a relationship because you have something you want to give somebody.
Want to offer.
Yeah, so if you don't want to give anything, you shouldn't be in a relationship.
That person is selfish.
Yeah, and then if we want to go to a higher level, we're looking at sacrificial giving. Yes, sacrificial giving, the ability to, you know, make priorities, make the other person your priority, forgo some things you want to do for yourself and say, okay, I'm going to direct my energy at this particular point in time towards this person. I'm going to direct my resources for this person at this particular point in time. You know, once people that are in relationship are unwilling to do that kind of giving, and then going to the level of sacrificial giving, then they shouldn't be in a relationship. It's the wrong person. Simple. So the first basic common sense is, what are they ready to give you? You understand? Then when you go for sacrificial giving, you know, what's the measure of price that they are ready to pay for you? You know, if somebody have £100 and he gives you £1, that's not sacrificial giving. If somebody has £100 and he wants to give you £99, that's some sacrifice there. At a particular point in time, he says, okay, this £99 is going to save your life. You need it for your surgery. You need it for your school fees. He's ready to give it, forgo some things, you know, for himself or his family. Then you are practically looking at the right person.
So what do you have to say? Okay, imagine in a case where you're in a relationship and you just, after some time or after some years, you've been with this person and you just found out that, oh, I don't think it's for me, it's not going anywhere. As in, your instincts just tells you that it's not gonna work. But you really, bear in mind, you really are so much in love with this partner, but your instincts keeps telling you that it's not gonna work. What do you suggest the person do?
Okay, you know, the issue of love has been misconstrued in our society today. A lot of people don't know what love is. You know, if you want to define love in the 21st century, I would say love is looking at facts, dealing with facts.
Not feelings.
Not feelings.
Wow.
Because let me tell you, facts may not change. There's a very huge possibility that facts may not change about the person. Is black is going to be black forever. That's a fact. You know, he hates some kind of environment. He hates some kind of attitudes. He's going to hate it. He's probably going to hate it for a very long time or forever. But feelings will change. Most of our feelings are entirely subjective. They are not objective. They are not based on facts. They are based on some temporal things about the person that is bound to change. For example, if the person is beautiful, it's natural to have this attractive feeling, this attraction towards the person because it's beautiful. Okay, what would happen if the person, God forbid, got burnt, third degree burns?
Would you still love that person?
Let's forget about love now. Feelings. Will you still feel attracted? Will you still be attracted to that person?
Yeah.
So that's the question. So face the facts. And when we deal with facts, it's a very, very hard, subject. You ask yourself a lot of hard questions.
Because I think there and there you're dealing with your senses and not your heart there.
Both of them are working. Both of them. Okay. It's working simultaneously.
Okay.
You understand? The senses, the heart, they all work, together. So we need to face reality, which is facts. Do we believe or do we feel that this person is going to be by your side when the chips are down? Who do you believe? Who do you trust? You see, you were talking about this instinct. God has given us instinct. Every person in this earth
has an instinct. Yeah.
God has given us this innate ability. I think is the major difference between a man from another man. That innate ability that God has given us.
Yeah.
But a lot of people neglect this ability, and then we focus on the so-called feeling, or people's sentiments, and then we get into trouble.
Sentiments, that's really.
So who do you trust? You see somebody, something tells you this person is going to be there forever, based on facts as well. Okay, based on how the person treats his family, how he treats his friends, based on the mentors the person have, based on the values and principles the person believes in. So you look at all these facts and then you make very strong decisions. Real love is not really blind. It's based on fact.
Wow.
Yeah.
Real love is not blind.
It's not blind.
It's based on fact.
Any love that is blind is an illusion. Very nice illusion. It's infatuation. Yeah, you can.
For real.
Yeah, you can develop infatuation. Yeah. At first sight, anytime, any day. But when it comes to real love, it takes facts to build it. You face reality. This is what you're going to deal with. You wake up one morning and your husband has prostate cancer. What are you going to do? Are you going to sit by his bedside? Are you going to be there for him? So that's a hard fact. A lot of people don't think about that.
They don't.
So that's my opinion.
Also, there's a popular saying, I stumbled on it one time, saying that women are generally the problem. What do you have to say about that? Is that true?
Women are the problem in what sense?
In relationships, generally.
I think it's absurd to blame a particular gender. For a problem that involves two people. Two unique genders, man, woman, male, female. It doesn't make sense. Women are not problems in relationship. Men are neither problems. The problem in relationship is involving two people is a matter of ideology, thinking. If you think clearly, the other person thinks clearly, and you have good thinking patterns, then you avoid problem. But when we have conflict of ideology, conflict of roles, conflict of duty, conflict of responsibility, then there will be bound to be problem. For example, if the man doesn't know his duty in a relationship, if he doesn't understand the female gender, he's going to have problems.
Yeah.
The female gender is very, very emotional. They're emotional beings. And from my experience, emotional people are the best people to deal with in life.
Wow, why do you say that?
Because it's easy to trigger their emotions. It's easy to direct their feelings.
Okay.
So, emotional person, you tell the person nice words, sweet words, you create this experience for that person.
She can easily just...
Yeah. So, women are not problems. In fact, they are easy. And every man should learn how to deal with women, because from the perspective of, oh, this person is an emotional person.
Yeah.
So it's women are not problems. Ideas are the problems. Ideology, thinking is the problem. So if we don't have the same ideology about the situation, we're bound to fight. Yeah.
Okay. A quick one. I'm not meant to ask you this question though, but it's bothering me because we actually had an episode on it, and the comments we got was a bit was somehow. A lot of people didn't support the idea that is wrong or is right. The question is, what do you have to say about a lady asking a guy out? We dealt on it before, but some people give some odd comments like, it's not wrong, it's possible a girl can actually ask a guy out. I'm like, okay, I just thought it was that, okay, it's good to ask you. I just want to know your opinion. What do you think about it?
Okay, if we look back, I'm still going to bring the Christian part, the Christian value.